Welcome back, everyone.
Your Highness, our capture of the fortress is complete.
Now the path to the Imperial capital is finally open to us. Once we have finished cleaning up after the battle, let's have another meeting to discuss our next move.
We should have a victory celebration. Aren't you overworking yourself? I get the celebration stuff, but we need to... We're in a war right now. We can't have a celebration after
Once
every
this war is
win.
over, the mountain of official business on my plate will be even taller. If I can't handle at least this much, how will I...
Pardon the interruption. We've just received a letter from Margrave Gautier.
Very well. I will read it at once.
Gautier? Isn't Gautier, yeah, Sylvain.
It seems the conflict within Fargus has at last come to an end.
Yes, Your Highness. Margrave and the other Eastern Lords are at the center of it, and are gathering the kingdom's military forces even now. They intend to join with the Alliance army and send troops and supplies to the monastery.
Let's
What
go!
do you know? My old man is really pulling his weight. Did he seem well?
Yes, as well as can be expected. He has taken it upon himself to bring order back to our troubled territory, while His Highness is away.
I am truly in the Margrave's
job.
debt. I will be sure
Shout
to
out to
thank the God
Sylvain's
for the first
family.
opportunity. Thank you for the information. Now tell me, did it seem to you that my presence was needed back at the monastery?
Well, I do have a verbal message from the Margrave on the subject.
Message.
Sorry, I had
How
to.
strange.
The
I
other
had to
day,
check
he
if I was
arrested
recording.
one of Viscount Kleiman's men. And, well, the prisoner has claimed involvement in the tragedy of Dusker. He has implicated his lord as well.
Huh.
Go on.
I was told they would be transporting this man to the monastery, along with the troops and supplies. The Margrave said that regardless of the credibility of the man's testimony, how he should be dealt with was your decision alone, Your Highness.
Very well. All that considered, I will return to the monastery at once. Will you come with me, Professor?
Oh.
Thank you.
Part 2. Azure Moon. Verdant Rain Moon. Our chosen paths.
Because now we're going to be fighting Edelgard.
The Kingdom Army
Right.
has captured Fort Mercius, managing troops from the now stable Western Kingdom.
Oh, I guess the
former Alliance
missiles didn't drop
territory.
on the...
The Kingdom Army returns to Garreg-Mach to regroup and reorganize its forces. With sufficient might to challenge the Empire, the Kingdom Army finalizes their plans to march on Enbar, the Imperial capital.
I always feel like I'm, like, in my head, I always just kind of say what I'm thinking when playing and doing commentary. And I always think, and I probably said this sometimes, but I'm always like, is it Monday or Tuesday today? And I'm like, just now I had this moment of realization, like, you guys wouldn't know or nor care. You can't answer the question.
Ah, there you are. His Highness was looking for you.
Where is he? I gotta do a
He's
support
gone ahead and
conversation
started interrogating
episode
the prisoner,
again.
Viscount Kleiman's man. He said he'd like for you and I to be present as well. Will you come with me?
I cannot overlook your reckless remarks. Are you really so keen to lose your head?
I only did what I believed was right. I swear to the goddess that I'm not lying. Amidst the turmoil of the tragedy, Lady Patricia was supposed to be the only one who was unharmed. We had been given orders ahead of time to not approach her carriage.
What was Patricia
Of course
accomplice?
not. What would my stepmother have had to gain from such a...
Perhaps Lady Patricia would have done anything to return to the Empire, to her husband and daughter.
What exactly are you implying?
Right. The bullet Rodrigue told
For
you.
the past few months, I've been spying on lords who defected to the Empire in order to investigate rumors about Lady Patricia. Cornelia's words were true. The two of them, I am afraid they conspired together after all.
Enough of this nonsense. You say she wished to return home? That isn't nearly enough reason to cause such a tragedy.
I do not intend to imply that the two of them were solely responsible for the whole affair. They were likely nobles who opposed the king, or potentially someone who wanted to throw the kingdom into chaos. The Empire and people like Solon and Kranya had their motives too.
So my stepmother joined with them to cause the tragedy. Is that what you believe?
Ultimately, this is just conjecture based on the evidence at hand. I have no idea what their true intentions were.
I see. We will hear what this man has to say. For now.
My lord had long felt that King Lambert's radical ways were dangerous. At the time, he was approached with an offer to take part in the incident at Duscur. My lord loves his homeland. To me, he embodied justice. We were only doing what we thought was right.
And so, in the name of justice, he caused massacre upon massacre out of love for his homeland. You murdered your own king, killed our soldiers, and involved innocent citizens. And yet you have the gall to speak of justice!
I am only standing before you now because I could no longer bear the weight of my sins.
Did you share those feelings about your homeland? Do you regret your actions? Well, he obviously kind of does, but I'll ask him, do you share those feelings about your homeland?
Yes, I believe I do.
Gilbert, lock this man in his cell.
Are you not going to kill him?
I will make that decision once I have had time to consider this man's definition of justice.
Yes, Your Highness.
Poor Dimitri, Loki. Are you okay?
No, I cannot say that I am. Tell me, Professor, how well do you remember your father, Gerald?
Who? Very well.
Soon enough, you will come to understand how painful it is to forget the faces of those who
Oh,
have
don't
passed
say
on.
that to me. That's like too real.
I cannot really remember my stepmother's... that woman's smile, nor the sound of
Oh,
her voice.
don't. Oh,
I always
it's so.
told myself that I would not allow my mind to forget, and yet all
It
I
happens.
can recall with clarity is her gazing away, so forlorn. Did my stepmother wish to go home so badly that she would kill father and me? Kill her false family? Home to her own blood. Her true family.
There's no way to know for sure. I don't have those answers.
I suppose it doesn't make any difference now. I am asking you questions you could not possibly know the answer to. I am
What I said.
finished with thoughts like that. I am finally able to go on living without clinging to hate. If I truly treasure those who have died, then I must earnestly atone for my sins. Father, Glenn, all of the soldiers who have fallen, the people of Duscur who still suffer persecution. The only atonement I can offer them now is to take responsibility for this broken kingdom that has been entrusted to me.
Take responsibility for the kingdom. Yeah, I guess that's my.
That is why I feel that I must meet with Edelgard and try to talk to her.
Oh right, you want to talk to
It is a fool's
Edelgard.
errand. Honestly, I think so too. But I must swallow my feelings and grudges, our whole history really, and ask her about this future that she sees. What she aims for once her domination is complete. What kind of justice she clings to as she fights. And why she felt it necessary to start this war. I believe that asking her these things is the true responsibility I have been tasked with as king.
How will you accomplish that?
We will march our troops to the Imperial capital. But before any battle begins, we will set up camp nearby and send a messenger. I will tell her that I need to speak with her in a safe place, without any weapons or troops. As to whether or not she will agree to my request, well, that rests solely on Edelgard.
I'm certainly she'll agree.
I would like to believe that as well. You know, Professor, When we fought in Ferdiad, Cornelia mocked me and called me pitiful. But even if it is true that my stepmother never loved me, I am not to be pitied. After all, I have allies and dear friends who care for me. And now, I also have you by my side.
I have a feeling when I get to Edelgard's story, I'm gonna hate her. You know? But we're gonna do a support conversation because I think we're nearing the end of the game. So I'd like to get the supports out of the way. And we have, as usual, a ton. And who doesn't want to see Dedue Felix's with Dimitri, like, end their story?
Scars on your back. It does you no good to languish in pain. I will procure some medicine.
No, it is fine. Though they are still deep, these are from 9 years ago. They do not hurt any longer. Besides, it would be a shame if the scars I got from protecting you were to fade. I bear these scars proudly. It makes me think that it was worthwhile that someone like me survived.
To hear you say such things.
Aw.
Dedue, you say that I saved you. But do you know that you also saved me that day? If I had been unable to save anyone, I would have been the sole survivor. I would have had no reason to keep living. But I saved someone. Saved you. That and that alone has always been my crutch.
When I stood before those soldiers and their swords that day, I was prepared to die. But then, you suddenly appeared, and you shielded me. I knew then that a savior.
Something that throws me off is their faces on the models are still the same, but their faces are very different to
You've not heard a word I've said.
their model.
You have
But
saved me in countless ways.
a lot of times, like Dedue's face looks a lot more older, but he has like his regular face.
Execution within my jail cell.
Or
Is it not you that saved me?
That was nothing more than my duty as your vassal.
Listen, Dedue, perhaps you consider me to be someone special, but I think the same of you. You are irreplaceable, cherished. So stop saying that we cannot be friends. Stop saying such awful things.
Please, do not look at me that way. You promised me you would build a kingdom that is proud to boast of Duscar blood. In this kingdom, where there is no distinction between the people of Duscar and the people of Fodlan, will I finally...
when he said boast of Duscar blood, I thought he was talking about like boast about murdering them, and I was like, oh.
Will I? Dimitri?
What do you mean, like no
Dedue.
race?
Yes, you will call me your friend again and again, no matter how many hardships I must endure.
I will do all I can to bring about that world as well. To be your friend is what I have always wanted.
Is that so? I am glad to hear it.
But until that time, we must allow no harm to befall you. So please call upon me when you walk alone at night. And even when you go out in the day, please tell me where you are going and whom you are meeting.
In the end, I suppose there is no fixing your overprotectiveness, is there? I suppose I can live with that.
That's a key. I like that ending. Where they just become friends. Friend-zoned. Friend-zoned.
I have a question for you. Answer quickly before my hand slips and I cut you in half.
Always so ominous. Well, what is it, Felix?
Sometimes you have an animal's face, contorted with anger and bloodlust. At other times, a man's with a friendly smile. Which is your true face?
Do not waste your breath on questions with such obvious answers. They are both the real me. My father, my
Felix
friends,
really do
land,
be tough
all
on
meant a great
Dimitri.
deal to me, and they were all brutally slaughtered. I alone survived. If I do not shoulder the anguish and regret they must have felt, who will?
So that's how you justify your atrocities.
What do you mean?
I will fulfill my duty to the late king. My old man used to say that over and over like a mantra. How nauseating. No one seems to understand. The dead won't acknowledge your loyalty. They don't care. What a
Damn.
load of bunk it is, pretending to serve a corpse. You're serving your own ego.
You are wrong.
No, I'm not. The dead are dead. The living are living. You have to respect that boundary. If you keep stringing gravestones around your neck, you'll snap.
Even still,
Huh.
I cannot forget.
There's
them.
something poetic about
Go.
poetic
Then
poetic
keep those thoughts
poetic
to
about
yourself.
Felix and the way he speaks.
If you're too weak to do that, abandon your throne. Become a gravekeeper.
Felix.
I'm not immune to emotion, you know. Far from it. I haven't gone a day without questioning why my father and brother had to die, while I survived. I'll bear this pain until the day I die, but I refuse to wallow in it. I have more important things to do than blubber for my whole life.
You know, Felix, you really are growing more and more like your brother. Always so sarcastic and constantly looking for a fight. But deep inside, more than anyone, you...
What are you getting at?
Yeah, don't. Why are you bringing up his brother?
Oh, it's nothing. But allow me to thank you. Your perspective has opened my eyes.
Not my intention. I couldn't stand the pathetic look on your face, that's all.
I see. If you say so, then we will leave it at that.
Cool. They never really made up, but that's fun.
Your Highness, I have one more favor to ask.
Is this about Gustav again? I have plenty more stories about him, but perhaps it is time for you to speak with him yourself.
Gilbert ain't gonna speak to her.
It's not about Father this time. This time I wanted to ask about you.
About me?
Oh, so step off, Dimitri. That's my girl.
I heard all about Father last time, but I didn't ask about you.
Ah, well, I'm afraid there is not much of interest for me to tell you.
Oh, it doesn't have to be funny or interesting. That's not why I'm asking. It's just that I thought I already knew you, but I'm not sure I really do. That day when we were reunited at the monastery, I didn't know what to say to you. So I wanted to prepare some of your favorite food. I thought maybe if you ate something that you liked, you'd cheer up a little. But when I got to the kitchen, I realized I didn't even know what you like to eat.
I see. Well, it's a little hard to say what my favorite is. I just don't really have any strong...
Oh, right. You don't have any taste buds,
That
right?
said, you're pretty keen on sweet things, right, Annette?
Yes, that's right. I'm at my happiest when I'm digging into a sweet treat. Oh, did you know there's a famous sweets shop in the capital?
Yes. It often had long lines outside, didn't it? The castle guards often spoke of it.
The sweets were so good. They cost a fortune, but I loved them. When Father was still around, we all lived as a family in the capital. Since then, I've had them only a few times. How I'd love to taste them again.
Say, Annette, when this war is over, where will you go? I heard that you were close to Baron
It's raining
Dominic
outside,
back in the
huh?
academy days.
That's
Thundering.
right. But that's not where I think I'd like to go when all of this is over. I reconnected with Father, so I'd like to live with my family again, in the capital. Also, if I'm in the capital, I'll be able to see you from time to time. Right?
Ah, that settles it then. We'll have to get your father working twice as hard.
Father's at a ripe old age now. I'd appreciate it if you didn't work him too hard.
Oh, of course. I will keep that in mind.
Oh, Gustav. I guess we should finish this Flame interaction.
Oh.
Flane? What is the matter? Is something weighing on your mind?
And I
again?
also want to see him and
It's
Catherine.
freezing out here. You should be bundled up in your warm bed.
Listen, Dimitri.
Catherine used to be married to
The
Glenn,
truth is,
engaged.
I am afraid of sleeping.
Same!
Why?
I am afraid that when I close my eyes, I shall fall into a very deep sleep. One from which I cannot wake up. For years upon years. Then when I finally awaken, everyone I know and love will
What do
be
you...
long gone.
That's the strangest
vanished
fear.
with the sands of time. I am sure it seems silly, but try as I might, I cannot shake this fear.
Nobody's going anywhere,
I
Flame.
cannot quite grasp what you are describing, but I can promise you one thing. No matter how many years go by, I will always remember you.
Aw.
I appreciate the sentiment. Even so, one day...
Listen carefully, Flame. There is something I have been wanting to tell you.
Oh?
Will you marry
What is
me?
that?
You know that dish you made the other day? It was so sweet, it made my tongue go numb.
I am not so sure that is a good thing.
No, because he felt it. He tasted it.
I could only really taste the first bite, so I may have been imagining it. But still, I was so happy.
Not been able to taste
Always
things.
put a smile on my face whenever I remember it. I could never forget you, Flame. I promise.
They're cute.
Besides, we have fought side by side. We are friends. I am sure all of the others would say the same. Is something the matter?
You really do not pick up on subtle cues, do you?
Cues?
Big skull.
Well, it is all a part of your charm, I suppose. With you
Big
here,
skull
I
gang.
finally feel I can sleep without having to worry at all.
Hey, wait! I did not mean for you to fall asleep right here.
Someday you appreciate food.
Flame... she is hopeless.
They couldn't animate her sleeping on the floor. They should have just made her falling off the side. Yeah, I want to see Catherine.
Another day, another training session, I see. You're quite dedicated. And practicing with the sword today. You weren't any good with it when you were little, as I recall.
And who told you that?
Lord Rodrigue mentioned it to me. He said you used to swing your sword so hard that you'd break it.
That was ages ago. I've had plenty of time to improve since then. Now I count swordplay as one of my specialties. Care to see for yourself?
You use a
Well, I can't
spear.
just take your word for it, can I? Let's see what you've got. Well, I'm impressed. You're better than I expected.
Just hit her with one slice.
I could say the same of you. I suppose we students still have much to learn.
No need for false modesty. We fought as equals just now. You're strong, and your form is excellent. You're clearly an experienced fighter. But you're greedy. You can't be so impatient to win. It'll come at a grave cost.
Greedy? I see. I'll take that note to heart. You have my thanks for the instruction.
Ah, it returns. The formality, the stiffness. Anyway, after we're through here, I might head into town for some food. Care to join me?
I appreciate the invitation, but I have certain duties I must attend to this evening.
Of course you do. Never mind about my plans then.
I thought you'd say that. You have the same sense of responsibility as I do.
You think so? I didn't want to push you to join me. We can just do it another day. I'll confess, I'm taking a shine to you. I'd like to talk to you more.
I would like that as well.
Cute.
Ever since I saw you wielding a sword all those years ago, I've been following in your footsteps. To be able to stand with you and cross swords is quite a...
Hey, slow down. Where did all this come from?
Haha.
You're embarrassing me. That's enough chatter for now anyway. Let's get back to sparring. This time with lances. I won't hold back.
Lances? You're going
Dude.
down with lances.
Prepare yourself!
That's my boy's only weaponry. If you can beat him with a sword, you can't beat him with a lance. Alright, I just want to see if there's any good ones that... Okay, because I want to see A's right now. I want to go through the A ranks. That's what's going to matter in the end.
Do you need something? Let's hear it.
Oh, no, I don't need anything. I was just hoping to talk to you, Felix.
When I said you could be near me, I was on the battlefield. You're pushing it a little too far. You better not start calling me a meal.
You know, I'm not just using you as a stand-in for my brother. I don't mean to upset you. But I've come to realize that you two don't have that much in common after all.
I don't understand. Why are you hanging around me if not to replace your brother?
It's not that I want to be near Emil, but I want to be near you.
Oh, she's so wholesome.
How embarrassing. It must sound like I'm coming on to you.
Haha, you totally are, though.
You've made it clear that you don't want me around.
No. It's not that.
Good. Then I'll continue to spend time at your side.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
What a perplexing creature.
Love it.
What's that? Did you say something? Never mind that. Why don't we go out for a nice cup of tea?
I can't think of a reason to refuse your invitation, so I suppose I have to
Yeah,
accept.
they're cute. They're cute together, I like it. The man with a cold, frozen over heart being melted by the cute, warm
Why are you taking
sweater-wearing
over my cleaning
Mercedes.
responsibilities?
You're wounded, and you're going too slowly. I couldn't stand to watch.
You're still fretting over me, are you?
Or is she married to Glenn? I feel like Catherine was married to Glenn. But is Ingrid married to Glenn? No, Ingrid was. Oh my god.
Yes, we all know you could have.
I'm an
I also
idiot.
didn't want to risk something unforeseen befalling you.
Okay.
I've been doing some thinking. I
Right.
feel a bit lost. I don't know that I'm cut out to be a knight after all. Without fulfilling that dream, without being a knight, I've been asking myself where my place is in the world. And I think I found my answer. I don't want to lose anyone anymore. So I want to protect those I hold dear.
That's why you were protecting me, huh? What a fool you are.
Foolish to act in line with what I value most? Were I to die, I would die knowing I followed my heart, my truest calling. I've
Yeah.
been reading through more of that book I was telling you about. Recall the hypothetical question it posed? Do you carry out the orders or protect your hometown?
You've been reading that garbage again?
Felix, you're so
The book
mean.
never specified that one should prioritize the commander's orders. Instead, it suggested that one should follow their heart in the matter. That's what a knight, that's what anyone being true to themselves should do.
That's just the editor's opinion.
Of course. And I find value in that opinion. Glenn died following his heart.
Yeah, okay, you're
Heeding the commands
you were
of the
married.
country or even the royal family. His death pains me to this day. It was a tragedy. But had he survived, I think he would have suffered. I will follow his example.
And
No
die?
matter the outcome, no matter the circumstance, I believe in myself.
You know nothing.
What is it that you know then? What is it you fight for, Felix?
Oh, yeah.
My own beliefs.
I see no difference from my
But
own.
yeah, exactly. What?
You don't understand.
You fight to be stronger than everyone, that you might protect those you care for, correct?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, fine. You do understand. My point is...
He's just trying to be
don't
the
let this
edgy
happen
kid
again.
that no one knows.
If you died, I'd be... annoyed.
Oh, I guess he's just
To
upset.
avoid annoyance, then, I suggest you continue to grow stronger. If that happens, I might allow you to protect me too.
Oh,
You're insufferable.
they're cute too. They're cute too, but I think they're more... For me personally, I think they're more friend cute. If you guys ship it, like, that's 100% you, and I agree with any ship that you have. Definitely Ingrid and Ash I kind of ship together.
There you are, Ingrid.
Because they don't both want to be the cool knights.
Whoa, hi Ash. You seem excited. What's that you're holding?
The newest, latest book.
A book I found in town.
Oh.
I bought it for you.
For me? Ash, this looks very costly. Antique books like this are never cheap. Wow, the cover is stunning, and the binding is still in fantastic condition.
I drove a hard bargain. Still, I'll probably have
See,
to cut
I
back
like
on my
these
spending
two.
for a while.
Why did you go to so much trouble?
It wasn't easy, but as soon as I came across this legend, I knew you had to read it too.
Well then, I will read it.
Oh, the knight on the cover looks striking.
Fascinating, right? I was captivated from the moment I laid eyes on the cover.
There's an aura of stoicism intermingled with beauty, even amid a gruesome battle.
Oh, they're fun.
Wait. Looking closer at the face, this knight is a woman.
Yes, and she was a real historical figure. She was born into a noble family and bore a crest, but she was accepted into the king's service as a knight. She fought in many battles at her king's side, serving him all her life as his right hand. Oh, sorry, I've said too
Oh
much.
my god,
I didn't
spoilers!
mean to spoil the story for you.
Ash.
I'm just so excited. I hope you enjoy it too.
Thank you for the encouragement, Ash. Living as a knight is certainly not
Oh,
an easy
he's so
task.
cute and
I
wholesome.
know it will mean much pain, strife, and heartache. But I still want to pursue that dream. Talking to you has reminded me. I'm not the type who gives up easily.
That's the Ingrid I know.
So to start, I'm going to read this book.
Great! When you're finished and freshly inspired, we'll talk about becoming knights. Not the ones in stories either. The real thing.
I look forward to it, Ash.
Oh, they're adorable. That's the ship I ship. That's the sail I ship. Alright, Sylvain. Honestly, I want to see what Sylvain and Manuela have to say to each other.
I must admit that Sylvain is quite handsome. And it doesn't hurt that he's heir to a noble family. I could get used to that kind of life. The age difference bothers me a bit, but I'm sure it would be fine after a few years. At first, it was hard to imagine myself with him, but now that I've thought about it, maybe... Speak of the devil. I think that's him over there.
What a jerk. He was playing around with me that whole time.
You know, you're a good catch. It's a shame that you've had no luck with men. You need a guy like me, somebody who sees your beauty and appreciates how tender you are, emotionally, and how much love you have to give.
What? No way. What are you saying? Can't even tell if you're being honest.
Do I look dishonest? Are these the eyes of a guy who's just...
Oh my god, Sylvain.
I suppose not.
You're
Would you
cringe!
like to go somewhere a little more quiet?
Sylvain, you're
As long as it's
cringe!
just the two of us, and the only subject is love.
Keep banging the table.
I'll follow
Sorry.
you anywhere.
Okay, that was just repulsive.
Ah!
His insincerity personified. No way I'd ever fall for that. He is handsome and does come from good stock. But no, I can't imagine we'd have a bright future together. I suppose the
Drag
goddess
him.
does not give with both hands, does she? Wait, could that mean because of my looks and my singing voice that I'll never find true love? Please, goddess, I'm begging you.
Oof. That's fun. Manuela makes me laugh. There's not really many people she can marry other than these guys. Wow, Sylvain's like actually one of the only people she has conversations with. And Gilbert. I want to get Annette and Gilbert stuff up. I feel like that would be
What's
good.
wrong, Father? I didn't expect you to summon me.
I carved this on a whim. I wish for you to take it, Annette.
A wooden doll.
Aww.
You used to make these for me when I was a child.
Horrible.
I still do it, when the mood strikes.
It's so cute. It's... Wait. No. What do you want from me?
I want nothing. I was carving and I thought of you. I remembered how happy you would be as a child when I handed one of these dolls to you.
I was back then, but I'm not a child anymore. It's too late for this now, Father. It doesn't make me happy anymore.
Annette.
Oh. Oh.
I was so lonely after you left. I was always alone. I didn't know where you were or who to turn to for comfort. All I could do was look at the dolls you carved for me and remember you, and weep.
If you don't need it, you can throw it away. It is all the same in the end. I am sorry, Annette. I should have given more thought to my actions.
Father, wait!
Oof. You guys both...
No, this won't do at all. It would be better to throw this doll away. You are too cruel, Father. Of course I could never throw it away.
And they're both like angry and sad at each other a little bit. Who else has some? I don't think anyone else has any A+ conversation or A conversations that are completing their line. So we'll have to get through these, I think. We have, how many do we have left? Let me quickly look through. 1, 2, 3. Actually, this isn't counting because they'll overlap. We don't have that many left. So I'll see you guys next time, and we'll finish this off and then maybe do something else. I don't know. Okay, let's get these supports diddly done. We have
Forgive me.
7, I guess. I'm only doing the main cast as well.
Fine.
Unless I really want to see them.
It's pretty funny when you think about it.
I did not expect the horse to react so violently when I approached.
No kidding. And I didn't expect the two of us to get covered in hay.
Better than
Animals have
something
never
else.
taken to me. It must be as you said. My face is the problem.
Oof.
I have not honed my smile well enough. I deeply regret the trouble I've caused you.
Don't be ridiculous. And especially don't be sad. It's no trouble at all, I promise. Everyone makes mistakes. Isn't that what you've been trying to teach me?
Yes, I suppose so.
It does look like this will take a while to clean up. But if we work together, it'll be done in no time.
I am truly sorry.
Don't apologize. When it's your turn for stable duty, I'm happy to help.
Really?
Sure. And in return, you can help me out when I'm on kitchen duty.
Hey,
Of course.
beautiful combination.
By the way, I tried out all that stuff you mentioned before, about how to not be a scatterbrain. I'm still pretty hopeless, but thanks to you, I'm making fewer mistakes. It's probably not a good idea for me to be left alone around knives and boiling water, though. That's why it'll be really nice knowing you have my back.
You have changed.
Huh?
You no longer fear approaching me for help. You simply ask. And now, when the need arises, I will rely on you, too.
Nice.
Are you injured?
I don't think they actually talked about Dusker at all in that last one.
Saving the day again?
Apologies.
I'm the one who owes you an apology. You've saved my life how many times now? If I keep being so callous, I'll seem ungrateful.
Yeah, you do seem ungrateful.
But
I'm accustomed to it.
I'm sorry to do.
I'm accustomed to you being rude to me.
Why?
So you were from Dusker.
Because the way I speak to you is unnecessarily harsh. The truth of it is, I lost someone very dear to me in Dusker.
Glenn.
The punishment came swift to your people, and when I heard of the slaughters, well, I thought it was a punishment well earned. I thought the people cruel and heartless, deserving of the tragedy that ultimately befell them. But you're different. You seem nothing like the people of whom I speak. So why not speak back against how I and so many others feel? Why not question this unfair prejudice and tell me I haven't the right to hold a grudge against you? If you just speak to me, if you tell me the truth about all of this.
I do not know the truth of it myself. His Highness says the tragedy was not the fault of my people. But just like anywhere, there were many different people in Dusker. Some very good, and others very bad. It is not unimaginable that some may have conspired to take part in that wickedness. Perhaps we are merely victims. Or perhaps we are regicidal monsters.
Whatever the truth of it is,
Regicide.
you are not to blame. The people I hate are the ones who are responsible for that whole mess. You just got caught up in all of it.
Ingrid.
I for a second thought she was like, the people I hate were the ones caught up in that mess. You're the
Rushed
one I hate.
Saved me countless times. I am sorry for how I've treated you. Truly.
If you think of me as your ally, that will suffice. For me, that is enough.
Yay. You got Gilbert left with you, and Sylvain with Felix. The mortal savants.
Sylvain, eat these.
Eat this.
What are these, Felix? Oh, hey, is this candy?
A girl in town gave them to me, but I don't want them.
Right. You don't like sweet stuff. Thanks. I'll eat them later. So, what do you need? Want me to help you get closer to a girl? Just point her out.
You're incorrigible. No. I
He's-
wanted to thank you for your help in battle.
Sylvain,
If you hadn't spotted that enemy ambush, I would have been
he's got enough girls on his
Ah,
list.
I didn't do anything special. Friends help each other out, especially on the battlefield. Just a little give and take, you know?
You never change.
Nope. I try to stay on an even keel.
You're always...
Always what?
nothing.
Come on. If you've got something on your mind, then say it.
Maybe I'll tell you later, maybe I won't.
Fair enough. I'll be having something to eat while you're deciding whatever it is you're deciding. Actually, come with me. My treat. If you do want to talk, then I'm right there.
Okay, just this once. Only because you saved my life.
Free food, possible conversation, and when we're done, we can find some girls. It was a joke! Felix, I was joking. Come on, let's just go eat.
Ash talking to Annette. Ash getting all the girls right now.
Oh, how unlucky that we were assigned to clean this ancient tower.
It's not a pleasant job, but someone has to do it.
With all the windows boarded up, it's so dark. And there are strange noises. Like that noise. What was that? A rat? Tell me it was a rat.
Why?
Better than a ghost.
You're not scared of ghosts, are you, Ash? I didn't think you'd be.
Why aren't they?
You haven't seen what I've seen.
What? Ash. What is going on? Did you guys not bring any light?
Oh no.
Do you not have magical abilities to light fire in your hands?
It's okay.
I guess you're more wind.
Blowing the door shut. Oh no, the latch is rusted. It won't budge.
What? You mean we're trapped in here?
I'm sorry. I didn't think to prop the door open.
Don't worry about that now. We need to think of a way out of here.
This must have been an easy.
Boards off the windows.
This must have been an easy thing to animate. Just a black screen.
Oh, there's something on my face.
Calm down, Ash. It's a cobweb. Just a cobweb. We've got to pull ourselves together.
Oh my god.
Now, which of the windows should we check?
Okay.
I can't stand it here in the pitch dark.
Honestly, I would be shitting myself as well. Just the same as them.
Oh, I've got one here. Stand back.
Did he break a window?
Oh, we made it.
I wouldn't want
Why are
to
you
let
cleaning
down.
that?
For a moment there, I didn't think we'd make it out alive. No. Oh, wait. I've lost it. It's gone.
What is it?
The doll my father gave me. Oh, I must have dropped it.
Eh?
In the tower? Are you going back for it?
No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I've been meaning to throw it out for a while now.
Are you sure? If it was a gift from your father...
Bring a light!
Yes.
I understand there's no flashlights, but you have
Let's just
magic.
get back to the monastery.
You have literal just fire, lanterns, torches. Come on, guys, use your head.
Training on your own? You really do work hard.
I hate to break it to you,
I thought we did
Sylvain,
Sylvain
but
stuff,
there's nobody
but...
here for you to flirt with. So there's not much reason to hang around.
You're here, aren't you?
How ridiculous. Almost as ridiculous as your face.
Drag him!
Like that to a handsome guy like me? I'm crushed. Joking aside, may I join you? I only came out here so I could train too.
Sure, just don't get in my way.
I've been thinking about it, and I really depend on you. Maybe that's weird since I'm older than you, but still.
Hitting on me? Again? Have some dignity, would you?
No, I'm being honest. I thought you'd listen. Hey, I'd like it if you didn't get too far away from me on the battlefield, okay? Just stay where I can see you.
I'll stay as long as I can. You're useless without me, after all.
Bro, Sylvain's a god on the
One
battlefield.
thing I can do on the battlefield, it's keep you safe.
We got everybody keeping Ingrid safe.
Stay and protect me then. I couldn't bear it if you went off and died on me while I wasn't around.
I'm pretty sure that's my line.
Everybody out here trying to protect Ingrid.
It's getting late. We'd better head out.
You're right. I'm exhausted anyway.
You haven't been practicing enough. All that time you waste chasing after women would be better spent training. I'll train with you anytime, so just... What's that strange look for?
Well, you're going to think I'm being a jerk or hitting on you or whatever. When we're side by side like this, training, I feel, I don't know, oddly at ease.
I know what you mean. It's probably because we've been friends for so long.
Oof, friend
That must
zoned.
be it. Let's never change. Friends forever?
Absolutely.
Get
No matter
friend
what
zoned.
We'll
Yeah.
always be friends, Sylvain.
No matter what happens, you'll always be friend zoned, Sylvain. Sylvain, are you getting more things? Okay, no, we knew that Flame. That's like everyone, I think.